Helen, it was a really interesting weekend for the Pirates down in Oregon. A huge comeback at Willamette that falls just short on Friday night, and then everything coming together for a big win at Linfield on Saturday. Give us your recap of the weekend.
Yeah, Willamette, very good team, and we just had a little bit of a drought in the second, really short in the second quarter, and then the third quarter they kind of, they made a run, and we didn't, quite get a run in that quarter, but the fourth quarter just didn't give in, and scored 30 points in that quarter, and just really executed some things well and did some things much better than we have, and some of that was based on some things we've done in practice of getting some situational things, putting in a couple sets, doing some extra reps on those, so that if we needed like three or we needed something in certain situations, we would have a call already ready to go, and so I think that helped us, and dug in on defense in that fourth quarter and got some good key stops, and then just came up a little bit short, but proud of the fact, and I thought that was a big turnaround for us that we didn't give in. When teams have made those runs, a lot of times we've kind of let go of the steering wheel and just get gone wherever the ride takes us. So I felt like we put the brakes on them, and then we took control of that game, and I think that carried over onto Saturday's game against Linfield, who's also very good and very talented, and my assistant coaches had that scout, and they did a great job of just really knowing they're very set oriented and what was the best way to defend a couple of their sets, and we shot the ball really, really well the first half, and they had to adjust. They had size, so we really went at some penetration and mismatches, and people had to help, and we got wide open shots, and we buried those, and so shooting 60% and 40-something from the three-point line in the first half definitely makes life a little bit easier. You have some room for error when you're shooting the ball that well, and but we didn't make a lot of mistakes in that first half, and then being a good team, they fought back, but they never were really able to get over the hump, and that was a really nice win and a fun game to get everybody in and to just have everybody be successful.
The last three games you had played well as a team. You had seen some really good basketball, just without the payoff of the W at the end. How gratifying was it for the team to finally get over the hump on that?
I think it was really, really good. You could really feel it, and I mean, we're all competitive enough that you don't feel moral victories. I think we did have to say, acknowledge that we were playing better and that we were in games, but to still be in games and to lose, especially when you have a losing streak, it's like there's no moral victory in it in that sense. And so it was just kind of like, you could breathe and be like, okay, we know what that feels like now, and there's a payoff for having that. I think we had a good feeling about like, hey, we're playing well, but when you don't get the win. And so to get that W and to get that kind of like that breath of fresh air of that, I think will hopefully carry over, and if we continue to work hard and strive to be disciplined and excellent at the little things, then I think that can carry over for a while.
This weekend we have Pacific Lutheran and Puget Sound coming in. It's the second round of conference games, so teams that we're already familiar with. Yeah. What do we expect from the Lutes and the Loggers?
Yeah, you'd think we'd be really familiar with them, but we saw them in the first week of December, so I'm like, how familiar am I really? I watched half of their game this weekend, and they'll UPS will go between man and zone. They zoned us last time, and it caused us some problems. I think we've come a long way offensively since then, so hopefully we won't be caught on our heels. We weren't expecting that last time, so we'll make sure we're prepared for that. PLU's added a kid, Sturdivant, who I think was injured early in the season, and she's playing really well and has made a difference for them. They just beat Pacific last week, and so they're playing well, and they're a team that's young, and so they're going to get better as the season goes on. They start some freshmen, and so as they've come through the conference, I expect them to be able to compete, and so we have to be ready to defend and take care of post play both nights. Both of them, their leading scorers are post players and have good size, and so we have to figure out how we'll defend their posts and how we can cause them some issues defending that when we're undersized.